After receiving disappointing industrial data from China last week, overnight Japan reported that their economy grew slower than expected in the second quarter. With no economic data on the calendar here in the U.S., investors will be focused on Groupon's earnings report after the close today. I'm Lindsay Bell, and the morning call starts right now.
Good morning, I'm Scott Redler, Chief Strategic Officer of T3Live.com.
And I'm Lindsay Bell with The Street, and together we bring you the Morning Call Express. Stock futures here in the U.S. this morning are going to open to up flat, it looks like, despite a weaker than expected GDP number out of Japan and also a poor release out of Greece. How are you setting up today?
I think it's going to be the same plan a lot of traders have been watching. You have a high level support, about 1388 to 1394. It's been intact last week. For 5 sessions, we absorbed a pretty big move. You know, the bears call it stalling, I call it digesting. And as of right now, you look at the chart of the S&P and you will see that we are holding higher. This uptrend that is intact since the June 4th lows has remained intact. Right now, we're holding above this, 1388 to 1394. We just let the 8-day catch up. So I do think we get a move above this 1407. Any bears rolling up shorts, they're going to have a pretty big decision to make as we're getting really close to the highs of the year, which stands at 1415 to 1422.
Yeah, it's been a story of leaders versus laggards. We've seen some of the leaders really take control while the laggards kind of fallen behind. In the tech space, of course, Apple and Google have both been great stocks there.
Yes, Apple has been leading the way all year. It's been holding higher, holding above 617 to 620. You look at the chart here real quickly. If it starts getting above this 625, I do think momentum plays will get back in for another trade. This was, a long from earnings when it went above this 580.80, held higher. Now it's flagging really nicely. And like you said, Google changed gears after earnings, holding up very well right now. There's been a few different levels. If you got out the last few times on bad earnings, this time you had good earnings. It held 600. You could have been a buyer at 620. And now this thing starts getting above 645 to 648. I think it takes out the highs of the year at some point before year end, and you see 700 plus.
On the energy space, it's been Chevron and ExxonMobil. What do those charts look like? Well,
it shows you that you can be in equity markets. We talked about both of them last week. Both of them at highs of the year. You take a quick look at Exxon, XOM, stock has been in a nice uptrend since those lows also, now hovering above the previous year's highs, so it's rewarding investors and traders. CVX, same story, nice liquid mega cap. Here's your uptrend there. This was one entry, here's another. So there's a lot to like in the equity markets. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of pessimism going on. I think if you look for opportunities, they're plentiful.
Right, exactly. One opportunity that Stephanie Link at Action Alerts Plus likes is GE. These guys have leading industrial growth in the space, up 10%. They've got great backlog and really good free cash flow. They've got a September analyst meeting up, which should be a catalyst too.
Okay, well, this time GE is following the 8-day moving average, which is showing that actually GE is a bit frisky. And for GE and frisky, they don't always happen in the same sentence. If you look at the chart here, another thing to like, stocks above the 8-day, next momentum level is about 2118. If you're an investor and you've been holding GE for a little while, this stock has been acting much better this year compared to the last few.
And then on the Seagate and Western Digital have also been really good stocks.
So just another 2 stocks in a different sector showing leadership, showing that if you're an equity investor and you play by the rules and you follow relative strength and you look for high level gaps, you can enter. Look at WDC, real quick example. You look at this chart here, big gap up, never even attempted to fill it. Here is your pivot entry and now we're near new highs. A lot to like again.
There is a lot to like in the equity markets. It just goes to show that you can invest in equities right now. Well, we're going to take a break here and get into the long form version later, so stay tuned for that.
Hello everybody, my name is Pete Renzulli, Chief Marketing Officer of T3Live.com. Really excited about introducing you to and inviting you to the first T3 Live Active Trader Summit. There's going to be a ton of great content, but the number one reason you want to come is you want to be able to network and associate with other like-minded people who have a burning desire to learn how to be a trader. So I'm going to ask you to make a trade. Trade one Saturday for some of your time to come down and learn strategies, tactics, techniques, and put some faces to the people that you see in the virtual trading floor in T3 Live, and learn to take your trading bigger. Learn how to be a better trader than you are now. Learn the strategies. It's going to be a lot of fun. Go to T3Live.com and register. If you would like to join us at the post-event cocktail reception. You can also upgrade to either premium or VIP. That's up to you, but either way, please take advantage of the general admission, 2 free tickets. Bring a friend, bring a neighbor, bring a wife, bring a girlfriend, maybe bring both, but come down and expect to have a great time.